What's up, people? This is Gunnar. In this video, I would like to show you a tool I've been working on. It's called kcctl, and it allows you to interact with Kafka Connect. And just like kubectl, it's a command line tool. So this means instead of having to memorize all the URLs from the Kafka Connect REST API, you can use this tool with all the nice goodies like tab completion for interacting with Connect. So you can use it for registering new connectors, examining their state, restarting them, and so on. So let's take a look. All right, here I'm on the command line, and if I invoke the command kcctl without any options, it will show me all the commands which there are. If you're familiar with kubectl, you will recognize some of them, like get or describe or apply. Now I need to register the Kafka Connect cluster I'm going to use. For that, I'm using this config zcontext command. I specify the cluster URL, and now this will be stored, and I don't have to provide the cluster URL for all the subsequent commands which I'm running. If I do kcctl info, it will tell me some information about the cluster, like the version or the cluster ID. I can do kcctl get plugins, and it will give me a list with all the connector plugins which exist in this environment. I also can take a look at the already running connectors. So I'm going to execute get connectors, and in this case, I got an instance of this etcd source connector running. Now I would like to register a new connector, and for that I'm using the same JSON file I would use with the REST API. So in this case, I'm deploying an instance of the Debezium Postgres connector. I do kcctl apply, specify the file name, execute the command, and this will set up the connector in Kafka Connect for me. If I take a look at the connectors, I will see this one is running there now. And I also can take a closer look at this connector by means of the kcctl describe command. So let's run kcctl describe, specifying the connector name. Nicely done with the auto-completion, so I never need to manually specify a name. And I see here now the connector status, the task status, the configuration, and the topics. So now let's see what happens if this connector fails. And for that, I'm going to stop the database. So the database has been stopped, which after some time should cause this connector to transition into the failed state. So now if I do get connectors, I see indeed its connector is, or the task, I should say, is in the failed state. I can do describe again, and I will see the reason, the stack trace, and in this case, it's because, well, the host isn't there any longer. Now, if I restart the database, I can use kcctl to restart the connector. So let's do that. The database is up and running again, and I do kcctl restart, specifying the task name. I would like to restart this particular task. And if I take a look at the connector list again, I should see the task is in the running state again. The last thing I wanted to show is how to delete a connector. So for that, I'm using kcctl delete, specifying again the name. And if I fetch the list with all the connectors, it should be gone. That's pretty much all I had. All of this is open source. You can find it on GitHub in my repo kcctl here. This is Apache license. It's based on the Quarkus stack, which, for instance, allows to compile this down into a native binary, which allows for this very fast and snappy experience. Let me know in the comments below or on Twitter whether you like this, whether you're interested in this. And with that, thank you so much for watching.